We're now in part 5, so it's the one before the last, so it's a penultimate. In part 5 we covered traffic and why it's important, different strategies to drive traffic including Facebook ads, Google ads, touched up on Fiverr again, so Fiverr will be the last time, we'll talk about Fiverr.com, and Desktop Lightning, which was a new software which I discovered recently, and then we'll finish off with talking about how we can promote your affiliate link through blogs, forum sites, and answer and question sites. So let's get straight into it, and we'll head towards Facebook, as that is where I get most of my traffic, and I'd highly recommend that you use it. So if you haven't already done so, sign up for Facebook, set a profile up, and then head over to the advertisement section, which is usually located right at the bottom of the page. So we'd click on the create an ad, and I've set all sorts of different pages up, so I'm going to have a big list coming up here. Right, so we would go for external URL, and here is where you'd put your clouded affiliate link to your, well, it wouldn't be a clouded affiliate link, this would be the link to your squeeze page. So let's just say, for example, mine was, let's just use Big Gains as an example. And then my title. Now, with your title, you've got two options. You can either ask a question, so it's eye grabbing, and the viewer will see your title, and then in the body text, which is just here, you answer the question. Or to really get their attention, you can say free report or free ebook, read below, or something along those lines. But I'm going to go for the question route, so I'm going to say, because it's training orientated, this particular Clickbank product I was promoting here was all about gaining muscle, I'm going to put struggling in the gym with a question mark. And then your body text, you've got 135 characters, so I'd recommend coming up with quite a few, mixing and matching them until you find the right advertisement that fits in well. And I'm going to come up with one off the top of my head. So hang on, let's have a look. Not achieving your oops-a-daisy. Oh god. Not achieving your results in the gym. And then I'd put no pills, no potions. Again, this is just one I've just come off the top of my head. No pills, no potions, no powders. Just one simple fact on how you can gain size this year. Simple as that. Then the next part would be to have your image, and I don't think, for some reason, this image won't go through, so I'm going to click continue. Yeah, I didn't think it would. Right here, you will choose the relevant image that would fit in. Now you've got to be very careful, because Facebook are extremely strict on images that you use, and also the text. You can't make any sort of hypey promises. It's got to be above board. And just to let you know now that 1 out of 500 ads gets approved by Facebook. So it's very different to Google. Google, you can go down the very hypey, savvy route where you can kind of pretty much write anything you want. Whereas Facebook are very ethical, and they take their advertising very serious. So here you'd have an image that would be fitness related, but you know, I couldn't just go out and get a picture of a guy with a six-pack because it could be misleading, and Facebook don't like that. So I haven't got an image in place, so I'm just going to use one of these little cartoon characters as an example. And you have to upload an image in order for it to go on to the next stage. So you click continue. Now here, this is the fun part. This is where we start to find who our audience are going to be. And I always tend to advertise just in the United Kingdom and United States. So let's just stick to United Kingdom for starters. I know that my target audience, because I've done a bit of research, will be 21 and upwards. It's mainly going to be men, because I mean, don't get me wrong, some women want to gain muscle, but my target audience would be men mainly. And the whole concept here, guys, is to really refine your audience, get it super laser targeted, so when an ad does appear on the side, the chances are they're going to go over, click onto it to find out a little bit more. Now, as you can see, at the moment we're on 11.2 million Facebook users, so we need to bring that right down. And I always like to bring it down to around about 50,000 people. Reason being, when you've got a number like that, your advertisement will appear a lot more frequently, and it will hit that 50,000 so much more quicker, as opposed to having a huge number like 11 million. And people are under this false illusion that by having an ad and sending it out to tens of millions of people that they're going to get a lot of traffic. It doesn't work like that. The more laser targeted the ad is, the better the click-through rate, the more opt-ins you're going to get when they come to your squeeze page, and the more sales you're going to benefit along in the long run. So here we'd put interests. For this particular one, I'm going to use keywords like maxi muscle, protein shake. That brings me up to 12,800. Probably one more keyword would be a good one, would be weightlifting or weight training. That should take me just over. There you go, 58. Okay, we can give and take a few thousand, so it's just gone over the threshold that I usually follow. But then what I'll do after that is I'd set up another advertisement campaign, but this time I'd use different keywords, and again get each campaign up to around about the 50,000 mark, as opposed to whacking in loads of different keywords and building that estimated reach to a high number. Keep it at that and have, you know, I recommend 3 to 4, even 5 ads running at the same time. After you've done that, the next part is to continue and allocate your budget and currency. I'm in the UK, so I'll be choosing sterling. I tend to do £100 at a time or $100, and I always do a lifetime budget, and that will basically run for however long your ad appears and until you've finished your budget. Whereas if you did a day per day, Facebook can go to that in a whole day if they really want to. But for the time being, I've stuck to lifetime budget. Now, when it comes to pricing, you've got two options. You can do pay for impressions or pay per clicks, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Pay for clicks, is you'll get charged every time someone clicks on your advertisement, and pay for impressions is you'll get paid for every time your advertisement appears 1,000 times. So I tend to use both, but pay per clicks is good for me. Pay for impressions is slightly cheaper, but you'll burn through your advertising campaign a lot quicker. So pay per clicks. The other thing is Facebook then to give you a suggested bid amount that you should pay. So they give you the minimum one, which is 28 pence to 59 pence, and they've got 41, which is in between. But if you're really clever, you just go 3 pence or 3 cents over the minimum suggested amount. So here it would be 30 pence. And then what I would do is I'd set that ad, I'd monitor it over 7 days. If the click-through rate is below 2%, and you'll get all these insight reports as your campaign's running, I would then go back, edit the ad, and I'd then go 3 pence over the highest recommended amount, which was 59 pence. So that would be, what, 62? And then I'd readjust it. And then I'd find some middle ground and think and work out which kind of budget's working best. But to start off with, go with the lowest. And then I would click the review button, and Facebook will then review the ad. So you get a chance to have a look at it, and then you can place your order. Simple as that, guys. Like I said, set up a few campaigns. Don't just tie yourself down to one. Try 5. If you know, I've had in the past, some have had a really low click-through rate, but some have been quite good. So then I look at the ones that are outperforming the others, and I can stop them at any time. So have some fun with that. Again, take your time on it. Go onto YouTube again and look at some videos of tutorials on how to set a successful ad up. If you're struggling with it and you don't want to do it yourself, you can go onto Fiverr.com and get somebody else to come up with the actual advertising content for you. So moving away from Facebook, we're going to now move on to Google AdWords. Google AdWords, again, I did mention at the beginning, it's good. Facebook, in my opinion, is a little bit better because I get a lot more of my traffic through it, but you can't rule Google out. People still go on there and, you know, type in certain products or services that they're looking for. So it is, again, a very effective way. Now Google AdWords, works in exactly the same manner. However, you haven't got images that you can work with. It's just text and a heading, and it works on the same concept as bidding. You've got to bid for your place. So again, set your own budget. Now, one thing I want to point out is when you do set up a campaign for Google or Facebook, if you're a first-time user, you can get some bonus credits. So if you're going to use £50 or $50, they'll match your first one. So you'll actually have $100 or £100 to play around with on your first one, which is great news as well. So yeah, you just follow exactly what Google say. It's pretty much what I've just shown you, but you're actually implementing it on a Google Ads. And this is mainly all down to keywords. You need to find the relevant keywords to your niche, and your advertisement will then be displayed every time somebody clicks in that keyword in Google. So it's quite straightforward. I don't want to bore you to death too much with Google advertisements, but it's straightforward. If you do get stuck, again, pop over to YouTube, type in help with Google Ads or research it, and you'll have so many free videos that'll pop up. Okay, that covers Facebook and Google. The next one I wanted to move on to was Fiverr. Again, it's probably the third time I've mentioned this website now. But this is a brilliant way. Again, it's only going to be a Fiverr. Click on the advertising options. Click by sorting, so ratings. And here you go. You've got somebody here from America. I will create 6,000 verified backlinks. So they'll basically get your website out there in the marketplace. It might not be targeted as such, but it's out there in a huge marketplace, and they'll create 6,000. And there's so many you can use. You've got this one here. I'll send a tweet to 95,000 Twitter followers, and they'll also send you proof. So, you know, if you've got a budget of say $100 or $50 or whatever it may be, just go through them and use them. You've got one. Let's have a look. I will promote your website to a popular high-ranking directory. Plus over 16,000 Facebook fans and 8,000 Twitter fans. There's other ones I've come across where they can have classified ads, so they'll actually post an advertisement for you in over 500, 600 free online classified ads, and they'll put it in the relevant section for you. So again, a brilliant way of utilizing Fiverr.com is by finding out which people have got the right sort of services they can offer you. So have a look through there as well. And then moving away from Fiverr is this new one, which is called Desktop Lightning.